Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 40499, the LEGO Santa's Sleigh set. This isn't listed under any specific theme, so it's just sort of Santa's sleigh, nothing else. This set contains 343 pieces, 1 minifigure, and 4 reindeer, and retails for $36.99 in the US, which is a very specific price. So let's take a look at it. So here is Santa's sleigh, and this set is beautiful. Like, this is my first time getting any, like, Winter Village type set. I know this isn't technically Winter Village, but it's a Christmas themed set. I've never had anything like this before, and it is just fantastic. I love how you get 4 reindeer here. We'll take a look at the reindeer up closer in a little bit, but the sleigh itself's really pretty too. The shaping on the sleigh is pretty fantastic. I love all the curves in it. And I like how the sides are open to allow minifigures to actually slide inside. And you can see the space to hold minifigures in the seat is actually pretty big. You can have Santa just sit in the middle, but if you want more than 1 figure in here, you can fit at least 2. If you really cram them in, you could probably fit 3, but there's a total of 6 studs for seats, which is excellent. But you can see if I pull in a figure from another set, like, both of them can still fit on the seat quite well. There's what the seat looks like without Santa on it, though. You can see out the front, there's a little bit of a radar. This is a stickered piece, and I guess it's just for Santa to check his route. Also, under the seat, it may be a little hard to see, but there's a present box down there with a green ribbon on it. That is not removable, it just stays down there, but it looks pretty cool. Out the front of the sleigh, there's a sticker piece that says SC for Santa Claus. Around the sides, there's this gold bar as well as these curved pieces. I think these look really pretty and add some really nice texture. I don't love these studs down here though, I'm not sure why those aren't covered. But that's a minor thing and that's not too difficult to fix if you want to. But it is something I thought was worth pointing out because I'm not sure why that's there. Everything is about the same on the other side, just mirrored. I also forgot to mention there's a little star for texturing right here as well as a roller skate. I really like the little gold splashes of color, like there's not much of it, but all of it just adds like such nice dimension to the build. And just really adds to that Christmassy feel. Speaking of which, around the back of the sleigh, you can see there's 2 stickered pieces which also have gold detailing on them, as well as this license plate out the back which says Santa, which is a pretty funny inclusion. If you pull right here, the back of the sleigh actually opens up, and in here is treats for the reindeer, so you can see there's a carrot as well as a pretzel. There's what the sleigh looks like with that removed, and it slides back in very easily. It doesn't exactly lock, but it's very hard for that to fall out. It's a very smooth and clean mechanism that I almost like completely forgot about it. Like, it looks really nice and it's also just a fun inclusion. I really appreciate that. In the back of the sleigh behind the seats is where all the presents are kept. Let me dump those out for a moment. And you can see without the presents there's a lot of room in there. It's a 3x6, but there's also some room in the walls. So you can fit quite a bit in there. You can fit your own presents or the ones that come in this set, or you can even put more minifigures back here if you'd prefer. Here are all the brick-built presents that come in this set. These all obviously go in the back of the sleigh. Very simple builds. They all either use cheese slopes or little flower pieces to represent the bows, and they just all come in a variety of different colors. The set also comes with a few presents outside of their boxes. There's this teddy bear, which has come in a few sets before, but it's still always cool to get because it's a really good part. There's a guitar, which I believe originally came from the Steamboat Willie set, but it also came with Jacob from Ninjago earlier this year. So while it's not new, it's still a cool part to get. And I'm sure people who don't have those 2 other sets would really appreciate this. There's some blue skis, which are really fun. And there's also 2 ski poles to go with the skis. And all of those can just be thrown in the back of the sleigh however you want. There's tons of room back there, so it's not difficult for it to hold it all. You could connect it to the studs if you want, but I think this is a lot more fun to just have it all sort of like piled up in there. It just reminds me a lot of like what I always imagined Santa's sleigh to look like, and I just think it's a ton of fun. Next, moving to the reindeer, you saw I had them detached, but you can reattach them just like this. You can see the reins connect to the reindeer themselves, and I think the reins are okay. From afar, they look pretty good, but seeing them up close, it doesn't look great. They're also a little bit finicky to like have the reindeer all stand straight and everything. If you're trying to move this around, they can become dislodged a little bit, but it's not a huge deal, and as a whole, I do like it. And I can't think of a way they really could have done this better. It's just LEGO doesn't really lend itself to things like this. The reindeer themselves, though, are excellent. You get a total of 4 of them here. I believe they've come in 1 set previously, but it was last year's Winter Village set, and you only got 1 or 2 in that set. So getting 4 for so cheap is amazing. Like, it's genuinely really, really cool to have this many. And they are great figures. They look just like reindeer, they're huge. I love the horns especially, those are rubber pieces. And they're just so intricately molded and everything, I love how these guys look. They really capture the Christmas spirit, and I'm surprised it took us so long to get like actual LEGO reindeer like this. They have little stickers on the back to represent the saddles, as well as this triangular piece on the side. But if you want, you can remove this entire center section. There's how it looks actually separate from the reindeer. And then the reindeer itself also comes with the body attachment, so you can have it without the reins. And now you can see it up a little closer, and yeah, once again, this just looks fantastic. A really great animal design. So cool to get an animal like this in LEGO, really captures the Christmas spirit, and I'm really glad to get 4 of them in this set. And of course you do get body pieces for all 4, so if you want to take all of them off the reins you can. But I think that's about it for the main build of Santa's sleigh. So now let's move on to the minifigure and then my final thoughts. Here's Santa, the one and only minifigure in this set, and this is one of the best versions of Santa we have ever gotten. I know he's very similar to the one that comes in the Winter Village set from this year, though I believe they're slightly different, though I forget why. But regardless, both are fantastic and far better than what we've gotten in the past. I love the dual mold legs to give him his boots. I think that's just a really cool touch. The torso is great as well. I love how he has this candy cane like in the back of his torso. And then the beard and hat piece have been around for a while, but they fit Santa perfectly. And there's what he looks like with the beard removed. He seems like a very friendly man. He also comes with a pretty cool accessory of Santa's nice list. You can see he's got a list of names on here, and a lot of them are kind of obscured, but you could probably make out some of them. Like I could see Claudia, Kaylee, Kenneth, maybe Donald, Pablo, John, Ronald, Oliver, and William. If you guys can make out any of the other names, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's an all-new printed part. It may also come in the Winter Village set, but I know it's at least new for like this year. But it's an awesome part to get and like fits in the set really well. Not much else to say about Santa. This is just a really good iteration of him, and the dual molded legs were a nice touch. So, overall, would I recommend this set? For sure, yeah. Obviously, it's not for everybody, but I'm like someone who's never gotten the Winter Village sets before just because, like, I don't know, it hasn't been my favorite thing. But this was so cheap and with the reindeer and everything, I was like, okay, yeah, I have to pick this up. And I absolutely adore it. Santa's sleigh is like such an iconic thing to make into a LEGO model, and they captured it perfectly here. From the figure to the build to the reindeer, like, everything's encapsulated so well. $37 is a really weird price, but considering it as like $35 or $40, like yeah, this is a great price for this set. If you're a fan of the Christmas season or you celebrate Christmas yourself, I highly recommend you get this because it's really great, and I think you'll love it just as much as I did. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO videos like this almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!